I'm Mara. Welcome to day one of our 30-day challenge. We are going to build a product business from scratch and ship it to production in 30 days. We have absolutely nothing starting on day one. We have no app, we have no product, we have no website, we have no branding, and we are going to build all of this up based on a real business and a real idea in 30 days. So day one is, what are we doing? So what are we doing here? Let's start it out and kick it off. We are going to build a product business from scratch, and I am going to walk you through this step by step. This is going to be hopefully a fun tutorial, but also a version of taking messy action. So figuring out how to do all of this from scratch, and some of these tools I have not used and I have not done yet, so you're going to learn along with me. What are we going to do in the next 30 days? So I'm going to go over our high level plan here, which is essentially our business setup, how I define, validate, and build a product. And then we're going to use AI tools to actually expedite the planning, development, and deployment of that product. Why this product? So this product is called Yield Cover. My use case is a personalized crop insurance tool that will assist those that own farms to find out if the dollar amount that they're paying for crop insurance might be higher or potentially lower than the standards in their area. So similar to how you might use Progressive or other online quoting tools, this will be for crop insurance, and I'll explain a little bit more about why I am using this use case. We're going to talk about real quick here what you will learn and the tools that we'll use in this 30 days. So how is the business set up? I already have a company called Strategic Consulting Corp that is a registered organization with the US government that files a tax return, and I am going to create applications underneath this master brand, we will call it. So the Yield Cover application, as you can see over to the left, is one of potentially many applications. The idea with this is once I get started, I will be able to replicate what I do with Yield Cover into an app 1 or an app 2, and we will be able to deploy them all under the Strategic Consulting Corp brand. For purposes of the 30 days, I want you to realize we are building out primarily the Yield Cover application. So even though there is a parent brand involved, that is essentially just to set up the branding elements and to set the foundation for future applications as well. And then most of the focus will be on building the Yield Cover app. So why this product? Why Yield Cover? Yield Cover is a product that will be in my domain. I am an expert in agriculture and commodity risk management, and I have worked in this space for over 20 years. I also own a farm, and my husband and family are also active farm managers. So I am close to this problem, and I know that I can offer a new solution. This particular application will show a variety of AI and technical tools that you will be able to learn how to use. It's a real life use case. It will really be usable for an audience, and it will actually contain AI powered it will actually go out and it will, for lack of a better word at this point, query USDA data and use an AI powered version of that in order to display that to the potential customers. So there's a lot of pieces here where I can show examples of all kinds of technology at play. It is not just, a one and done website. What you will learn about. You will learn about building a business. Then we will learn about building a product. And then we will learn about the engineering, deployment, development, all of the above using AI. So obviously, probably the majority of what you would like to know is going to be number 3. You want to learn about using AI to expedite all of the process. But without the proper planning and foundation, we can't get there logically. So we're going to start out slow by building the artifacts for the business, and then discussing what the product will actually look like, how it will function. And then we are going to be able to engineer it much quickly because we've done a lot of the planning in advance. Some of the tools we'll use, and this is not all inclusive, and I reserve the right to use any tools or even remove any tools as we move along this life cycle. But we're going to be using ChatGPT, Bolt, Perplexity, Claude, probably Supabase, Cursor, VS Code, GitHub, probably Vercel, and probably a multitude of other tools. But I will be leading you along the way with every single tool so that you know what we're doing at every step of the way. And I will explain in detail why I am choosing to use that tool if there was one that I'm choosing over another. Sometimes it's just because, hey, just because we want to try a new tool. So simple as that. All right, so we are going to get started. Thank you for joining me for day 1, where we discuss what we are going to build, which is our yield cover application. And I do want to also say one other thing. I am doing this selfishly for myself because one of the best ways that I can learn and especially do a repeatable process quickly is by organizing my thoughts and sharing them with others. So if you are ever looking for an excuse to learn something new or an excuse to build something you've never done before, think about how you might want to organize your thoughts and communicate it to others. And that will help you really wrap your head around how you want to do this in a repeatable way. Thank you, and join me for day 2, where we are going to talk about building our brand.